G.I. Joe Hit and Run. Okay, so a G.I. Joe character, we already have a classified series render of this guy. But it's just a render. With regards to the actual toy form, something that we could really take hold of in 6.25 inch version or its plastic form, it's going to take a while. But we already have command of creating this guy with the 60th anniversary action pilot. So let's take in the Kitbash version of this character in 6-inch form. So we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series action pilot on the review table. Okay, so let us first do a simple 360 turn of the action figure. So you guys could possibly take a look at it. Okay, so from the shorts video, if you already have seen the shorts video of this guy, I took out parts and did additional changes to the basic build. So here in this video, we're here to discuss all of the items that I did to the action pilot to make him into Hit and Run, and additional items that we researched on, asked a few military mountaineering people to come up with this build. Okay, so let's take hold of the action figure. Okay, so in the shorts video, the helmet that we were using was this. So I took it off and used the action pilot helmet, the one that came in package. Okay, so we just took off the paint from this section of the helmet. Yeah, that used to be a light green color. So with an acetone solution, we took off the paint. Okay, so to mimic that. Okay, so goggles. So that is how the goggles are mounted to the helmet. Painted that section red to mimic that. And we have, with an X-Acto knife, we just drilled the hole, and with whatever plastic material we had on board, we placed a mic. Okay, so this guy doesn't have a radio. No, he has a radio. So the vest, Action Force Valivers. So we disassembled the action pilot and we took off the original vest, which is this. Okay, so that's Action Force Valivers chest rig, and that has a radio, push to talk, microphone. Okay, so that's the communication thing. So with this section of the shirt, we painted that. This section of the vest of Action Force Valorous, we also painted these two sections because they were black. So it's going to balance well with the color of the undershirt. Okay, next. So halo jumper patch. So with an acetone solution, we took it off. I just painted that section with a little bit of black paint. There you go, very simple. So with the sections that are non-camouflaged pattern or non-printed by G.I. Joe Classified Series, so we just place additional paint, black paint, to balance the empty sections out, especially on the leg. Okay, next. So vest is going to be Action Force Valivers. The harness or rappelling harness for mountaineering, that's from Fortnite metal mount, so with the pistol. Okay, so moving on to the back. Okay, so in the shorts video, we were using a different backpack, a smaller backpack, and this from the O-ring version. Actually, I have 3 hit and run action figures. So 2 loose and 1 carded. Very mint. Okay. So that's how diehard a fan I am of these action figures. I have 3 on board. So I'm actually free to use the extra pieces that I have. So that's why in the shorts video I included this item. So you could just jimmy it in between the bag and the action figure. So ideas. So with this you could use it with this figure. So that has enough length and you have a knife. Okay, but with this build we are using something really different. Okay, so that is from another G.I. Joe Classified Series action figure, Alpine. So with the climbing equipment, the axe. Okay, so that axe used to be very long, so we shortened it out. So the head, we drilled a hole on the head and on the handle, and we used actually the spare material that we used as a mic. So that used to be a G.I. Joe Classified Series arrow from one of the characters. I think it's well, anyway, it was a loose item, so I can't really remember from which figure. But yeah, with whatever plastic material that you have. So the other end I used as a extension for the mic. And for the axe, so we used it as a retention rod that's going to support the head and the handle, so it's not going to easily detach or break off. Okay, so that's really nice and solid. Okay, so a shorter version of a climbing axe. Okay, so rope glued to the base of the bag. This is from G.I. Joe Classified Series Grunt. Okay, and we just glued a very short elastic cordage on the side of the bag, wherein we could store the climbing axe this way. Okay, so it's going to be stored that way. So the hook, that hook would engage the elastic cordage, and it's going to hide this section of the axe. So when you place it on the back of the action figure, it's going to look nice and clean. Okay. Okay. Yep. So makes sense, right? Okay. So the items that I placed on this action figure is based not on research from the guys that I know who have military mountaineering experience. So basically, good head cover, communications equipment, at least bare fighting essentials, 3 magazines for a rifle, and the rifle. So of course, if you're going to climb the side of the mountain, you need a sling for that rifle. Okay, bare bones AR platform or M16 platform. Okay, so this used to be from G.I. Joe Classified Series Footloose, plus other G.I. Joe Classified Series characters who are issued this rifle. But we shortened the barrel and we took off the scope. There you go. So bare bones AR rifle. So 18-inch barrel from the 20-inch version. So we drilled 2 holes on the side. No, only one. Because this is on the front A post. Okay, so very simple sling actually. There you go. So elastic cordage, make a loop, and with a torch just burn out or clean out that section. So we could just simply do this tuning, and it looks really nice and clean. So with the other side. Okay, so same procedure. So this is the on the side that we use the X-Acto knives to put a hole on it. Okay, there you go. So that has enough retention, and this sling looks clean, no excess material. Okay, so whenever he would climb the side of a mountain on a mission with the axe, because the axe matters more than what is included in the original equipment, which is a knife. So what are you going to do? Cut yourself down and then fall off the side of the mountain? Yeah, anyway. So a climbing axe would be of good order for this fighting infantryman who is a part of the G.I. Joe classified series or G.I. Joe team. So if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.